Hey, hello. This is Adrian. I go Capricorntigress of Astrology, a look inside. And I'm coming to you with the January 2019 take for Scorpio. Scorpio. Well, as I look at this, and I right away I went and picked up my magic amethyst. It's not bad, you guys. Actually, it's really good. I think you guys have a really pleasant January coming. I had on a party hat. For some reason, I felt like I needed to take the party hat off, though. I don't know why. I don't know why I took off the party hat. But here's my take on everything for you Scorpios. Okay, really, you know, the big thing for you guys, all that Capricorn, it's the big thing for everybody, isn't it? All that Capricorn. We've got Sun in Capricorn, the moon in Capricorn, the new moon on the 5th in Capricorn. It's going to be conjoining the Sun and Vega in Capricorn on the 5th. That's going to be a huge day. As of the 7th, all of the planets are going to be going direct. And we're going to have the Sun, the moon, Saturn, Pluto. There's going to have Mercury's going to be in Capricorn. All of that's in Capricorn. Plus on the 5th, that new moon, that's all part of a partial solar eclipse. So that's an amazing, powerful stellium, okay? No matter where it falls in your chart, look at your own birth chart, people. Find out where that stellium is falling, because that is major. But in the solar chart for Scorpios, it's falling in the house of communication, in the 3rd house. And wow, this is a lot of communication in the 3rd house. You know what I'm saying? Whoo, Lord, I can see all kind of things going on. Now, since it's the 3rd house, I can tell you where overall it's going to be happening. Because, I'm one of those astrologers. I pay a lot of attention to the houses, of the solar houses, because each of you have an individual house, right? But this is the overall feel, because those 12 houses are there for a reason, to tell us the areas, right? The areas of focus. And the houses are the areas of focus. Now, in your case, we're talking about the 3rd house. And that 3rd house is the natural house of Gemini. That's a natural in conjunct to your sign of Scorpio. It tells me immediately that what's going on is going to be creative. That is a very creative aspect. So just in overall, just because of where it's landing, we're looking at creative communication. I just want you guys to understand how my mind works and how I understand what a lot is going to be going on here. You guys are going to be talking, or somebody, I see a lot of stuff going on with family, cousins, aunts, uncles, sisters, brothers, nephews, nieces, family. I keep hearing the song. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. And on the 21st, the sun goes from the 3rd house into the 4th house. You might actually have some family actually coming into your house. I hope that's okay with y'all. Because on top of everything, on the 21st, the moon is going to be in the 10th house. And the sun is going to be in the 4th house. And that's going to be a possible friction or tension. I'm just thinking that if someone does come into your house, all of a sudden, I don't know if it's welcome. It could cause problems. Both Aquarius and Leo square Scorpio. So it's possible that somehow you get house guests or family might cause some problems for you, Scorpio. I do see how that could happen. But overall, all of that big stellium, I just want you to kind of take a look at this, if you can see. See that? Look at that. Oh, that's a lot, right? That's all going on in that 3rd house. That is communication. That's your neighborhood. That's like your neighbors. You might be dealing more with like neighbors in your neighborhood right now, driving around locally, doing stuff locally. It is right after the 1st of the year. You might be doing certain things with your kids' school, if you have children or your grandchildren. It's a time for writing things, reading. I always say reading, writing, arithmetic. That's third house. Communication, phone calls, writing, letters, things like magazines and like, yeah, magazines and stuff like that. In this case, we're always dealing with little short things, maybe like on Facebook or something. And you're really going to have more of that Facebook thing after the 21st, because then it's going to be in Aquarius, and that's just it's naturally ruled by the 11th house, which is all that type of gregarious, stuff. But you'll be doing it from home, because it's going to be in your 4th house. So you're going to have some emphasis in your home after the 21st. But up until then, it's all going to be like in the area of your communication. It's not so much that it's bad because it's not Mars, but just be careful of driving. Driving is ruled by the 3rd house. A lot of people forget that. They either don't know or they forget. But when I see a full house or a stellium like that in the 3rd house, I'm like, be careful driving. That's a lot of 3rd house. That to me is a lot of 3rd house. It's just, yeah, be careful driving. Don't drive drunk. I don't see that per se, because Neptune is sextile to Capricorn. But during the month of January, Neptune is in Pisces in its own home in your 5th house of partying. Somebody's going to be partying a lot. That's partying. That's drunk. I do see some romances, though. Maybe even sudden romances. No, not so much sudden, but you can be deceived in romance and love. Be careful. This is a time where you can fall in love with love. With Neptune in your 5th house like that, that's falling in love with love. And it's so pretty and beautiful, but you can be deceived there. So just be careful. It might just be a beautiful fantasy and you're living it right now. I mean, don't knock a fantasy. And it is sextile to all that Capricorn, and it's trying your sun. To me, whatever's going on, fantasy or not, illusion or not, lie or not, it's beautiful right now. I mean, it's the 5th house. And that's also your children. Your children can be lying to you as well. Sometimes they don't like you to know the worst. Kids tend to do that. I remember lying when I was younger. Like, why do you don't want them to know all your dirt? So I could see where that could happen, where the kids could be lying. There's going to be some emphasis coming out of your 1st house because you've been beautiful lately. I mean, with all that emphasis of Venus going through Scorpio, that's all been in the 1st house of Scorpio. And it's been happening all month. It's been direct pretty much all of December. Now it's going into January. And it's going to be all in January. It's going basically in Sagittarius. You're going to have some emphasis in Sagittarius that I like, okay? That is your solar 2nd house, okay? That's money. That's your solar 2nd house of money. And it is all good because Jupiter right now is all good. And Sag is all good, okay? They're happy. Jupiter is at home in Sagittarius. Anywhere I'm looking, wherever I see Jupiter in everybody's chart, I'm going, joy. Where are you going to get your joy? Money. Give me the possession. Give me the something. Give me a diamond. I don't know. You need something tangible right now. And that's where your joy is. You might even get joy from traveling. Someone like comes and say, hey, baby, let's go on a cruise. Hey, baby, that's it. You're done. You're in love. And so also you also have a lot to give, because wherever I'm seeing this Venus Jupiter influence, I'm like, oh, that's where they're giving. In your case, that is a lot of giving because it's Sag, right? And it's in the 2nd house of giving. And Venus is at home in that 2nd house. She loves the 2nd house. Oh my God. I see somebody getting a brand new car. Somebody is getting a brand new car. If somebody that I don't know who I was supposed to tell that to, if someone gets a brand new car, please post and let me know that you got that car. Oh, someone's getting a new car. I said car earlier, didn't I? Yep, someone's getting a new car, and it is beautiful. Somebody trying to get a Lexus. Somebody might get that. Okay, Jupiter is in the second house. And also you got some money-making ideas. I would definitely, with Neptune in the fifth like that in Pisces, because Neptune's also at home. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. It is happy in Pisces, okay? I don't know if it's happy, it's deluded in the fifth house, okay? But let's direct this delusion, okay? Let's direct this. Go and play that darn lotto. The day is the 28th. From the moment you hear my voice, whoever you are, Scorpio, from the moment you hear these words, this is the day. It starts today. It starts today. I'm picking up my lucky amethyst. Play the lotto. Play a scratchy. It doesn't matter. You're lucky. Don't waste that luck. It's already 15 degrees in. You probably didn't even know you were lucky, but Lord have mercy, are you? You've got transiting Jupiter and Venus in your second house of money. Lord have mercy. Child, play the lotto. Play every chance you get. I think, what is it, twice a week you get to do the ball or the lotto or something like that. Play that. I'm talking to myself. Lord have mercy. I just realized something. I've got Scorpio rising in Seattle. I'm talking to myself. I need to make sure I get my butt out there. There's a corner store. I bet they sell a lotto. I'm going to go and see. That'll be my little weekly walk if I do that, just to go and make sure I walk out there a couple of times a week and pick up that lotto ticket. Because, people might look at you when you're believing that you're going to win this lotto and tell you you're crazy. But I'm going to tell you something. With that Venus and Jupiter in Sagittarius in the second house, and that Neptune in the fifth house in Pisces, what you believe is what you are definitely going to achieve. If you believe you're going to get that lotto, you want to know who's going to get the lotto? I see a new car, maybe even a new house. What is it? PCH, right? I play that, Publishers Clearinghouse. I do play Publishers Clearinghouse. Okay, I do something. Play all of that stuff. What is it? Sweepstakes, contests, Publishers Clearinghouse, lotto, scratchy tickets, bingo. You know how some people have those little things at their jobs, job pools and all that. Do all of that, okay? Because that could definitely spell some type of winning for you. That would be fabulous. The North Node is up in the 9th house. That's international travel. You can even win a trip. Wouldn't that be beautiful? I don't know why that came to me as well. But yeah, that North Node in the 9th house does mean you're going to have family. I have a family. Somebody going to have family all up in their house. Sorry. If the North Node is in Cancer, the emphasis in family all year. And, it's in-laws, 9th house. A lot of people don't know that in-laws, 9th house. So that could happen. You can find that you're living with your in-laws or your in-laws are living with you. And that's something that could start as early as the 21st. You can see that occurring. The other emphasis for you, Scorps, in the month is Uranus and Mars in the 6th house of Aries. And that's another darn planet that's home. Mars is home. Mars is home in Aries. It is more aggressive and more active and more itself at any time, than any other place. And, Aries. It's Aries. That's what it rules. Mars rules Aries. So it is now in the 6th house. Now, I'm not sure how much Mars likes being in the 6th house. That's like having Mars in Virgo. Is that something you want Mars in? Mars in Virgo, all I'm thinking is all that critical nitpicking stuff. So I'm going to tell you right now, don't do that at your job. Don't be all critical and nitpicking at people. And you might find that, maybe your superiors or coworkers are being a little critical and nitpicking of you. And you're not feeling that, not one bit. Not one bit. So just be cautious of that. Be aware of that. Oh, okay. I just saw it. Gosh. Okay. So here it is. This is what's going down. Ooh, wow. Sometimes it comes to me like that. Okay. So here what I see. You got Uranus and Mars in the 6th house. Okay. Natural house of Virgo. Virgo likes to talk. Man, I gotta redo my lip gloss for this. Hold on. This message is for somebody. Okay. So I see an argument at your job, a possible argument. It can be avoided. It can be averted. And this could lead to your demise at your job. I really need you to understand that it's that serious. Okay. I'm saying this because especially on the 21st or around then, it's going to be a full moon up in your 10th house in the sign of Leo, which is square you, Scorps. Not good. And the sun's going to be down in your 4th house, and that's in Aquarius. I've mentioned that before, thinking about the home and your career, but that's also your image and your security. Don't forget the 4th house is security more than anything, the security that we need for survival. Jupiter is also basically our life security. So this is all something that's really important to you right now. But that day in particular is going to be a little bit stressful. And so you're going to have to really watch it. But because the reason I'm saying this is when I look at this, that's called, I can't keep my mouth shut. I can't be quiet. I can't control my communication. You have to. You've got Saturn there, and you've got Pluto, and you've got Mercury at home. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just realized Mercury's going to be there. Child, I don't know how you're going to do it. Ooh, you're going to want to talk. Lord, I see someone doing the Oprah Winfrey from A Color Purple. All my life, I've been taking this shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of you, and I'm tired of you, and I'm terribly fucking tired of you. And I swear if somebody goes off, please let me know. My God, somebody's going off. Now, I'm not saying do it, because the sun is down in your 4th house opposing your career. Please don't do nothing to mess with your career after the 21st. And you already got all that emphasis sitting up there up until the 21st. Oh, Lord, if you don't do it with all the emphasis sitting down in the 3rd house, you're probably going to blow once it gets into Aquarius. I don't know what's going on in your work. Just know whatever is happening, it'll probably slow down after April, because that's when Uranus goes, it's back in Taurus again, I think in April. And so it'll be out of that 6th house. And I think by then Mars will be out too. I'm almost positive. Let's hope, Lord. Just watch that mouth, child, please, up until the 21st, even after, all through January. Listen to music. Oh, that's right. I just got that message. I don't know if you can do that at your job where you can put in like headsets, because sometimes it's just about zoning out or maybe pulling yourself away from the moment. It's definitely something happening at the work. It could be coworkers that are acting erratically or talking some kind of way toward you, or disrespecting you in some way, or coming at you aggressively. And you're going to have to zone that out, because the urge to curse that MFer out is going to be so overwhelming to you that you may not catch yourself. And for some reason, I've been told to give this message to someone right now, because I already know, what wants to come out of that mouth is, my goodness, you will level the place. You will level the place if you let it go, and you will level your career. I'm going to tell you something. Oh gosh. Oh Lord, I've been led to do this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So like I said, here in Seattle, I've got this on my chart. I feel like I realize I'm talking to myself while I'm talking to you. Many years ago, I worked for a newspaper called the Courier Journal back in Kentucky. And I was also at the same time working at Career Builder. And I was like, I brought in like more new business than anyone, and won a trip to Hawaii. And it was wonderful. We were #1 that year, and they flew us out to Hawaii. And I had a great time. I took my daughter. We just loved it. And I got back to the office. I had gotten sick because, you know, the change in the weather. Oh my gosh, there was a landslide. And our bus driver died right there in front of us. Oh my, I have adventures. Believe me, crazy things happen to me. I just want you to know. I'm like a walking movie. Anyway, I get back, and what happened at that time, I don't know if you know my story. At one point, I was like 400 or 500 pounds. I was a really big woman. And we had to go through Cincinnati because I used to live in Kentucky. Well, when we were going through Cincinnati, it was snowing, and they're not even connected. I mean, you had to go out, either Cleveland or Cincinnati. I had to go out, and they had to roll my wheelchair, because I was in a wheelchair back then, to this other thing, and there was this ramp. And anyway, by the time I got onto the plane, I was sick. I mean, I had pneumonia. And when I got back to the office, I noticed people were acting kind of funky toward me. They really were. And I had gotten sick, so I had pneumonia. I had gotten off, and I missed a lot of time, I guess. But I noticed that people were like being weird to me. Now, jealousy is a really weird thing. And yes, I'm going to talk about jealousy, because Scorpio, you guys are, if you're not doing it yourself, you're the bringer of jealousy, because jealousy is all about what Scorpio does. You know, Scorpios tend to bring jealousy and ire in other people. You guys are pretty powerful on your own. I don't know so much. I mean, Scorpio is synonymous with jealousy for some reason. And I know that Venus is just getting out of Scorpio and going into Sag, and it should be all a lot better. But maybe you incurred some ire of your co-workers while Venus made you the most beautiful one in the office. I mean, who knows what's going on in the minds of these people? Uranus, insanity, in other words, is in your sixth house, or work. Please be aware that Mars, like, you know, I'm like the god of war and the god of insanity are sitting in your sixth house of work. I would be remiss in my duties as an astrologer if I did not tell you this story. So anyway, I went off. I did the Oprah Winfrey in The Color Purple, because I got back to my office after being sick, and they had reduced me down to the small cubicle, and I had all my stuff, and they were like moving me into the squish spot, and I sat there for about 10 minutes, and then I lost it. And I was like, I've made more sales in this MFing office than all of you motherfuckers combined. I make more in a day than you guys, each one of you, make in a week. I can pull in more than this entire advertising floor can do. My mouth went off. I literally did a Oprah Winfrey in The Color Purple. And when it was all said and done, I just remember sitting down in the HR office like this. And I called my mother and I said, Mom, yeah, I'm about to lose it. What happened? I cursed everybody out, Mom. It's time to come on home, baby. Pack up your shit and come on home. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. You might get some satisfaction of getting it out, because it sure felt good. And I talk about the story even to this day. But sometimes you just got to pack up your shit and go on home. It's so effed up at that place of employment. You're not going to get the respect that you want if that's what you're after. And if there's a problem with that, I can see this being an ending. I mean, the fourth house is the house of endings. That's the 21st. That's when the moon and the sun oppose. If it doesn't happen before then, it'll happen around then. But let's hope this is not happening at your work, okay? Let's just hope this is maybe one or two isolated cases out there where it's gotten to that point of disrespect. And respect is another word that keeps coming to my mind, because when you're dealing with Capricorn, we're talking about respect. And you might not be respected for, maybe even the way you speak or talk or what you communicate. If you're especially salespeople are being affected. Every salesperson, I think, is being affected right now. Third house is the house of sales. And so, yeah, anyone in the sales industry is being affected. And you may just decide that's it. It's not worth it. I can't take it. Now, I think it's going to get a little bit easier after the 21st because, well, each day that the sun is in Aquarius, it gets closer to making maybe a sextile to some of these planets. And that's going to really help a great deal instead of squares. But yeah, we're going to be looking at some ugly squares there for a minute. Between, I know for sure, like Uranus and Pluto, and definitely like Uranus in the North Node, they're like going to be exactly square, I think. Mars and a couple of the Capricornian planets. Yeah. So please be aware of this. This could also start. I mean, this is stressful. Please watch your health. I'm being led to tell people, watch your health. Take care of your health. Eat right, exercise right. Be careful of overdoing it. Don't over exercise. If you're 50 years old, don't act like you're 30. You're not 30. Okay, take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Don't try to eat all kind of new stuff that your body can't handle. You got Venus sitting in the second house, all trying to get fat right now, all in his own little house of Taurus, wanting potatoes and steak. So please be cautious when the sun is down low like that. We have a tendency to just sit in our houses, especially when the sun gets in the fourth. I'm like I said, it's a family affair. You're just sitting at home chilling. It's a family affair. Especially if you lost your job. Just sit home, Netflix. It's a family. Just the kids all running around. Look, that's about what I see for y'all for January. But just know, all of that Capricorn is sextile you Scorpios. It's all good for you Scorpios. I mean, even if you have to lose, like I said, leave the job or somebody messing with you, communication, or say it, you said it, whatever occurs, it's all for your good. The North Node is like enshrined with you Scorpios. It's saying do what you will there. And Neptune is in the fifth house. It's luck. It's taking chances. So even if you take a chance, it might seem diluted and you may not understand why, and it's confusing, but it's all going to be for your greater good. And that all that Capricorn in the third house is just making you open up your mouth and demand the respect that you already know. You demand that you earn that respect. No one should be disrespecting you. What? Don't you let nobody disrespect you, child. Pluto is your ruler, and it's sitting in that third house this month, sextiling y'all. So you stand up for yourself, and if you have to go Oprah Winfrey on somebody's ass, then y'all go Oprah Winfrey. You hear me? Anyway, this has been Capricorntigress, Adrian O.B. I did it again. I'm right in the middle of divorce. That is it's inevitable. And I guess I'm being led to tell you all this too, since I'm here in Seattle. Some of you guys might be falling in love with somebody, I guess. That could happen. And you also could be, you've had some issues, a lot of communication, a lot going on. You've got a lot of love to give. So don't be afraid to give love, okay? Because your partner was a doo-doo head. Doesn't matter. You are still you, and you still have a great deal to give, a lot to give, actually, and a lot of luck, okay? I think a lot of love is coming to you as well, but you definitely have a lot of love to give. And you have a right to demand respect and to speak your truth and to ask that your truth be accepted and to be accepted for exactly who you are and what you stand for. And I wish you much love and light with you and your family, because it's a family affair. It's a family affair. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the partner, but the family, it's all about the family. Take care of your family. Love your family. Okay, y'all. Much love and light to you all. Bye now. Oh, and Happy New Year's. Happy 2019. Bye, y'all.